viewers, today I'll be discussing stereochemical non-rigidity, also known as fluxionality. Fluxional or non-rigid molecules are molecules that undergo dynamics such that some or all of their atoms interchange between symmetry equivalent positions. When a molecule exists in two structures of comparable stability, they are called stereochemically non-rigid. When these configurations are equivalent, the molecule is fluxional. Fluxionality is detected by spectroscopic techniques and isotopic labeling. To explain fluxionality, a mechanism was proposed by Berry, which is known as Berry pseudo-rotation mechanism. What is this Berry pseudo-rotation mechanism? So, to explain this Berry pseudo-rotation mechanism, I have taken PF5, that is, I have taken a trigonal bipyramidal geometry molecule. You can see for that purpose I have taken here PF5. So, the central atom is phosphorus. You can see here the central atom is phosphorus, or you can take pentacarbonyl iron. So here I have not taken PFI, instead I have taken pentacarbonyl iron. You can see here the central metal is iron, and you can see here this is the carbonyl ligands. So FeCO5 compound, it is having a trigonal bipyramidal shape. The central metal being iron, and you can see these three carbonyl molecules, these three carbonyl ligands along with this iron comes in a molecular plane, and one CO ligand is above the plane, another CO ligand is below the plane. Berry pseudo-rotation mechanism is a type of vibration causing molecules of certain geometries to isomerize by exchanging the two axial ligands for two of the equatorial ligands. It is the most widely accepted mechanism for pseudo-rotation. It mostly occurs in trigonal bipyramidal molecules such as PFI or pentacarbonyl iron, though it can also occur in molecules with a square pyramidal geometry. You can see here, this is central atom is iron, and there are 5 ligands which are coordinated to this iron. Those 5 ligands are carbonyl ligands, and these two CO ligands are known as axial ligands, and these 3 ligands are known as equatorial ligands. So now we have to focus on these two axial ligands and these two equatorial ligands, and this ligand CO ligand is supports this, it gives us a back support to the rotation, to the pseudo rotation. So you can see here, when the Berry pseudo-rotation mechanism takes place, these two axial ligands will be exchanged with these two equatorial ligands. These two axial ligands will be exchanged with these two equatorial ligands. You can see here, this is a transition state. This is a transition state. During this transition state, there exists a square pyramid geometry. You can see here, the initial geometry of the compound was trigonal bipyramidal geometry. When these two axial ligands, when they interchange with these two equatorial ligands, this is a transition state where the geometry is found to be square pyramid geometry. The geometry is found to be square pyramid geometry. After passing the transition state, you can see here the two equatorial ligands have been exchanged with two axial ligands. The two equatorial ligands has been exchanged with two axial ligands, and this is known as Berry pseudo-rotation mechanism. And you can see, like I said, we can observe Berry pseudo-rotation mechanism by spectroscopic technique. One such technique we have employed here is NMR spectroscopy. You can see at low temperature, the pseudo-rotation of PFI or pentacarb, you can see at low temperature the pseudo-rotation of PFI works well, and NMR peaks at high temperature are to be 1 peak. See here I have taken F19 NMR have taken. So at low temperature you can see here, if you record the NMR spectra at higher temperature, we get only 1 peak for PF5 molecule. But if you reduce the temperature, that means at low temperature, if you are recording Berry pseudo rotation mechanism, to observe Berry pseudo rotation mechanism, if you record the NMR spectra at low temperature for PF5 molecule, you can see the 5 peaks. Each peak for 1 fluorine atom. So there are 5 fluorine atoms, hence we get 5 peaks. You can see, hence we get the spectra has been resolved here. At higher temperature we get only 1 peak for PF5 molecule, but when you reduce the temperature, you can see we get 5 peaks, each peak for 1 fluorine atom, and this explains Berry pseudo rotation mechanism. That means at very low temperature we can clearly observe Berry pseudo rotation mechanism. And this is about stereochemical non-rigidity or fluxionality. So here I have discussed Berry pseudo rotation mechanism. Berry pseudo rotation mechanism. Thank you.